Hello, colleagues and students alike. My name is Pokemon Professor Wedge, and today we are coming at you guys for another episode of the Pokemon Emerald playthrough. So, I did accidentally do a little playing off screen. Well, I didn't accidentally do it, I did it on purpose, and as I was recording, an issue came up. I didn't get too far, but something I was talking about. This girl right here had a Pokemon called Shroomish. We will encounter one hopefully in this episode. But no new Pokemon appeared. So, this is a Pokemon that I wanted to talk about. So, I'm glad it came up. But we'll get to it in a second. So, if I kill it, I'm gonna kill it. No, I'm not. Alright. So, where was I going? I did get a Pokedex, and as you guys can see here, 5 Pokeballs. So, I'm gonna be able to catch Pokemon today. So, Ralts. New Pokemon. Off the get-go. That's awesome. So, Ralts evolves into Gardevoir. Ralts evolves into Kirlia, and then Kirlia evolves into Gardevoir. Gardevoir is going to be an extremely strong attacker and defender in Pokemon Go. It's going to be one of those multi-purpose Pokemon that's just really good to have in the game. I would definitely recommend picking up one if you can. We're assuming it's going to be 125 candies to evolve Ralts to Kirlia and then the Gardevoir. And it is a Psychic Fairy type. Ralts and Kirlia. Well, Ralts is actually, no, all 3 of them will be Psychic Fairy types in Pokemon Go. However, in Pokemon Emerald, Ruby and Sapphire, as you can see, it's just pure Psychic. But they do get the Fairy typing in Pokemon Go, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm so glad that's the way this episode started, with a new Pokemon. I, however, will not be using Ralts in this playthrough. Unfortunately, I want to use Gardevoir to show you guys the extent of its power. But, unfortunately, in this generation, it's not that great, so that's gonna happen. Gonna get boxed. Sorry, Ralts, you're cool. I like you. Gardevoir's a great Pokemon and will be a great Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Get a good IV Ralts. Ralts is going to be one of those Pokemon you want to have with good IVs. There's no way around that. Ralts, you're going to want to get with the good stats. You're going to want to get Ralts when they, you're going to want to get Ralts with good stats in Pokemon Go because Gardevoir is going to be an extremely strong attacker with Psychic and Fairy type moves, so definitely pick one up. But move on here. So if you play through Emerald, which I'm assuming you haven't because you're watching this video, this is Wally. Wally is kind of your rival in this game. Not really, because he's kind of bad. But he does pick up a Ralts, which actually, back when I was a kid, I had no idea how rare Ralts it was, or is rather, and I decided to do a playthrough. My first playthrough of Emerald, or Ruby version, was, I didn't have a Ralts, because it just didn't even cross my mind. But after this, when I played Emerald for the first time, I was like, alright, I'm getting a Ralts on my team. But here, as you can see, Raleigh gets a Ralts. Whoops. Alright. New Pokemon galore in this episode. I completely forgot this, dude. So this is the first Pokemon, Tailo. Tailo was actually seen in my earlier recording of this. Tailo's a psychic, right? Is a normal and flying type Pokemon that evolves into a Pokemon called Swallow, assuming with 25 or 50 candies. Swallow is okay. It might not be the best attacker or defender. It might not be the best defender. Mediocre attacker. But it is a decent flying type if you need a flying type attacker for those. Grass types, things like that. But remember, we have Lugia in the game, so it isn't really necessary. I will not be catching Tailo, unfortunately. I already have the Pokemon that is going to have Fly on my team, so... There's the reason I'm doing all this. There's actually another new Pokemon in this grass that I want to go over. Actually, two. No, because Meryl is the one that we already have in the game. However, I will add, because Meryl's here, Meryl gets a pre-evolution in 3rd generation in Azurill. Azurill is a normal type, fun fact. And won't be good because it's a baby, so... Wobbuffet also gets a pre-evolution. I'll be probably getting one of those in this playthrough. Won't be using it because it's a Wobbuffet. But why not is the pre-evolution to Wobbuffet. And Wobbuffet, yeah. So 2 new babies in this gen. No evolutions. But remember, Azurill and why not? Which I'm assuming they will be taking Meryl and, well, Meryl out of eggs to make him for Azurill. These Puccinos. Now it's Meryl's. Oh, man. So, my thing is going off, my Discord. I will be checking that after I record this video. Wurmple we discussed in episode 1, so it's not important. However, I will pound this thing. And the strain shot. Yay. I honestly don't remember this Pokemon being so hard to find. Maybe it's just my luck. If I don't get it in the next 3 encounters, then there's another way to see it in the game. So that is what I'll be doing. Alright, that's one. Two. Third time's the charm. So this is Wingull. Wingull is a water and flying type Pokemon that evolves into Pelipper. I'm assuming 25 candies. Pelipper is not going to be that great in Pokemon Go. However, it is a cool Pokemon. I expect to see a lot of them on beaches, especially here in Florida. I'm expecting to see a lot of Wingulls and a few Pelippers. But it's a water flying type. Max CP is pretty low. Its stats are mediocre. But nonetheless, Pokemon added to the collection. Definitely pick one up if you don't have any Pokédex. But for the most part, I think Wingull's going to be like Hoot Hoot, especially around Florida. Hoot Hoot Noctowl, where it's just not really relevant. So we're going to move on to Petalburg Woods here. I can think of two species that we're going to try to add to our viewing pleasure and discussion in these woods. So Shroomish, that I missed because I had to start recording from this point, is one that is in these woods. So super excited to see that again for you guys. And the other one I'm not going to talk about yet until we encounter it, because it's one of the Pokemon that... Oh, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. And she just used a floor restore. Alrighty. So, I'm just going to let this happen. And, I'll start talking about making encounters. Alright, I beat her up. Oh, another encounter. I believe you could find Machop in this grass as well, but because you guys already know about Machop, it's not relevant. And because it's already in the game. So, yeah. Petalburg Woods. Two species of Pokemon in these woods. Shroomish is the first one, which when we see it, I will talk about it. And he spotted me. Go figure. Oh gosh, there's the guy with 4 Wurmples. Sorry. I completely forgot this guy was in the game. Alright, fast forward. Okay, so this Pokemon right here is Silcoon. I lied because you can find Silcoon and Cascoon here. So Silcoon is the evolved form of Wurmple that evolves into Beautifly. So like I said in the last episode, Wurmple can evolve into either Silcoon or Cascoon. It's completely random in the main series games, so I'm assuming it will be in Pokemon Go as well. But Silcoon then evolves into Beautifly, and Beautifly doesn't evolve. So Wurmple also could evolve into Cascoon, which I'm hoping we'll see, but Cascoon evolves into Dustox. I'm assuming it's going to be like Caterpie, Weedle, and things like that, with 12 candies to either randomly evolve into. It's going to take 12 candies to either randomly evolve into Silcoon or randomly evolve into Cascoon, and then 25 or 50 to evolve into Beautifly or Dustox, depending on which one you have. So that's super cool. Glad we saw that. I honestly forgot Silcoon. And there's Cascoon. So that's what Cascoon looks like. For those guys that know, Cascoon is the one that evolves into Dustox. So we found them both. There's another Cascoon. Alright. Glad we saw them both. I actually might catch them off screen, because there's the other one. So this is Shroomish, Pokemon I was talking about that I missed out on. But Shroomish evolves into Breloom. Breloom is a grass and fighting type. We're assuming it's probably gonna evolve with 50 candies. Breloom's a grass and fighting type with a really high max CP. So Breloom's gonna be a really, really strong Generation 3 attacker. and because it has access to both fighting and grass type moves, it's going to be a strong contender for in Pokemon Go. So, Shroomish is going to be native to grass biomes. So, if you happen to spawn a lot of grass types near you, you'll be getting a lot of Shroomishes, which is really good, because Breloom is going to be an awesome Pokemon in this game, in Pokemon Go. It really wasn't a good Pokemon in this game, per se, but Pokemon Go comes around, or when Generation 3 comes around, Pokemon Go will be a really strong contender, so definitely recommend picking up Shroomish. And now we await the final Pokemon that I intend to encounter in this episode. Final new Pokemon, another Silcoon. Yes, this Pokemon is the rare encounter in this grass. So, and it's actually a Pokemon I'm going to use in my playthrough. Yes, I fully intend to use this Pokemon in my playthrough whenever I see it. So I definitely want to catch it. That's what we get in this episode. I'm going to be here a while. Also, I do believe this is going to reflect in some way the rarity of these Pokemon. So, like, as you see, I'm counting a lot of Puchinas and Rumples. I do strongly believe that they're going to be these really rare, the really common encounters, and then Shroomish being Tailo, we talked about already. I already got 3 Shroomishes. 4 Shroomishes. Alrighty, I thought Shroomish was going to be doing that. Another Silcoon, no thanks. Another Puchina. Really need this Pokemon. There it is. Yes. Finally. Got a Slack Off. Slack Off. Yes. Okay. So, this little guy, believe it or not, is going to be an absolute beast in Pokemon Go. So the reason I say that is his final evolution, which I'm assuming will take 125 candies. I'm also assuming that Slackoth is going to be a super rare encounter in Pokemon Go. So, like it is in the main series games, I would highly recommend catching one as soon as you get it, like I almost did here. But I'm asleep. All right. But I would highly recommend getting it because Final Evolution Slacking is going to be an absolute beast in Pokemon Go. Now, when I say beast, I mean beast. As of now, it has a max CP of 5,441. You heard that right. Max CP of 5,500. So, it's going to get nerfed. It's going to get the nerf treatment. But part of the reason that this Pokemon is so good is because of its attack stat. Its attack stat is crazy high. Base 160 in the main series games. So, definitely going to be a Pokemon I would recommend picking up. Slackoth is going to be super good in Pokemon Go. Its final evolution is going to be absolutely amazing. Definitely pick Slackoth up as soon as you see one. Hopefully you hatch a good one. Like I said, with Ralts, Slackoth is going to be a Pokemon that you really want to get a good IV one for. Because Slacking is going to be a beast, even with the nerfs that I'm sure are incoming. Even with the nerfs that are coming. Even with the nerfs that are coming in. Because I know there's going to be a pre-gen 3 nerf because of Slacking. Even with those nerfs, it's going to be an absolute monster. So, get it. So part of the reason it was nerfed in this game. It was nerfed in this game with a Truant ability. So Truant, as you guys saw in the battle, allows Slacking to attack, Slackoth and Slacking to attack every other turn. So it's not super great in the main series games, although Hyper Beam is extremely devastating in this game from a Slacking because it is stab. I absolutely hope that they give Slacking Hyper Beam in Pokemon Go because it's going to be an absolute monster. Not only is its attack stat super high, but it also is going to have super high stamina, which will make Slackoth and Slacking the Pokemon to get in Pokemon Go. So, that's enough about Slackoth. Get it in Pokemon Go. I would definitely recommend picking it up. I'm going to do this Team Aqua battle and finish up this playthrough because... Not this playthrough, this episode here. Let's switch into Trico. Oh man, that was a good damage. Because we encountered pretty much all the Pokemon that I wanted to see in this episode. Oh, another new Pokemon. Alright, so, this is Nincada. Nincada is a bug-type Pokemon that evolves into Ninjask. I'm assuming with 50 candies. But Nincada is an interesting Pokemon. So, when it evolves into Ninjask, if you have an open spot in your party, the Pokemon actually splits and molts, creating an entirely new species of Pokemon. Known as Shedinja. Now, Shedinja has a unique ability in Pokemon Go called Wonder Guard, which allows it to only be hit by its super effective attacks. So flying, fire, and rock are the only 3 types that can effectively hit Shedinja and kill it. Now, the problem with this is that Shedinja only has 1 HP, so if you hit it successfully, then it'll faint. But in Pokemon Go, I don't know how they're going to work around this. I honestly, the only thing I could possibly think of is putting abilities in the game. Because that's how you would nerf Slacking's 54,000 or 5,500 CP. And that's how you would make Shedinja somewhat good and Nincada somewhat relevant. But yeah, so Ninjask with 50 candies. This Pokemon, if they put abilities in, will definitely be worth picking up, in my opinion. Especially if abilities come in. If they don't put in abilities, I would not pick up this Pokemon. Because it's just... not going to be relevant to the extent of some of these other Pokemon are, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Niantic decides to do. For those of you guys that don't know, abilities became relevant in Generation 3. So, here's to hoping that they come into Pokemon Go as well. Oh, come on, Zigzagoon. Of course he has Forestall. Oh, that was a minimal again. What the heck? Alright, so I'm going to finish up some of these trainer battles, and if a new Pokemon appears, I'll let you guys know. Oh, there's another new one. Lotad. Lotad is a grass and water type Pokemon that evolves into Lombre and then Ludicolo. So Lotad, I don't know if I mentioned it in the first episode, but Lotad is going to be super, super common in wetland biomes. So Florida, my fellow Floridians, we're going to be seeing a lot of Lotads and a lot of Lombres. Its final evolution, Ludicolo, evolves from Lombre with a Water Stone. So we'll see what Niantic decides to do with that, if they want to put the evolution stones in. If they don't, then it'll be 125 candies. But yes, Lotad will be an extremely common Pokemon in Pokemon Go, at least in Florida. Ludicolo, its max CP isn't going to be super high, so its relevance might not be super great, but so another new Pokemon just decided to pop up. So this is Seedot to my right. Seedot is a pure grass type Pokemon that, wow, that was a powerful scratch. Calm down, Slakoth. Seedot evolves into Nuzleaf and then into Shiftry with a Leaf Stone, sorry. With a Leaf Stone, I'm assuming it'll be 125 candies. Shiftry is definitely a cool looking Pokemon. There's no doubt about that. It's actually one of my favorite designs in this game. Shiftry is one of my top 10 favorite designs in Generation 3. No question. Just a cool looking Pokemon. But Shiftry, in terms of its relevance in the meta, I don't see it being super relevant. It's a grass and dark type. Dark type's cool, so it might be able to be used to take out some of those psychic type raid bosses. But I don't expect it to see it all over the place. And this guy's a water type. So if we don't know Magikarp by now, then I'm just kidding. Magikarp is Magikarp. So you guys can see I'm loafing around here, which is why I'm not attacking. But this guy only has Magikarps, so I feel like I can do this. Get it done! Come on, Slakoth! I'm 7 now, calm down. This battle's taking a lot. That was great. Alrighty, Slakoth, calm yourself. So, next episode, we are finally here at Rustboro City. So in the next episode of the Emerald playthrough, we will be encountering more Pokemon and taking on the first gym, encountering new Pokemon, and having a good time. So in the meantime, keep studying, keep learning, and I will see you guys out in the field. Peace.